The topic for today is a continuation of what we did last week. I was talking about clarity of purpose, how to find clarity in our life purpose, and I introduced two concepts, which are, of course, which is embedded in the topic itself. So I don't think I explained what it means, what those two concepts mean. Now, clarity, I feel it needs to be explained, and purpose, what do they even mean in the context of what we're discussing? So, clarity just means it's a condition, you know, of being clear. Of being clear um, about any situation, about your life. But in this case now, we are talking about being clear about your purpose. So it's a condition of being clear about anything. It's it's a mindset, of having an understanding of whatever you're doing. Now, we're talking about clarity of purpose. So the meaning where purpose comes into this, your purpose basically is your reason. Is the reason, why we do things. Reason here, your reason is your why. And your why was what we discussed yesterday. We used the 5 whys technique to find the why. So so this is your purpose here. Your purpose is the reason for your existence. So your life purpose, is the reason for your existence. The reason for existence. Why are you alive? What are you here to do? Do you even believe you have a life purpose? Not everyone agrees that there's a purpose. Not everyone agrees that life has a meaning. But if you're on this video and if you're watching me, that means you believe there's a deeper meaning to life and there's something beyond what we see in the physical world now. So that is it. And I've explained this. These 5 whys, was like it's an individual, it's a mental and individual task, for us. So you can go back to the video and watch what I explained there. Yeah, so I'll just wipe this off so we can start for today's zone. Now, the topic for today is still clarity of purpose again. Clarity of purpose, but from a spiritual lens. Looking at it from a spiritual lens, how do we find our purpose on a more spiritual, abstract level? For me, basically, I'm still going to do another video explaining a physical way of doing it. We have done the mental. Today is the spiritual way, which is quite beautiful. And we're going to talk about the more physical way of doing, the more human way of doing it, where we use our 5 senses, to do it. And so I believe, that So let me just draw it here. Our purpose here. I believe that we can find our purpose if you look inside your deepest pain. If you look inside your pain, what when I talk about pain, I don't mean physical body pain, even though it could be too. There's a way you can find your purpose even from your physical body pain too. But mainly I'm referring to emotional pain. What have you been through? Have you been through abuse? Have you been through addiction? Are you inside it now? Um, yeah, finding a way to reverse those things, that is where your purpose is. It's inside there. Your purpose is also inside your deepest fears. What are you afraid of doing? Are you afraid of making a video? Are you afraid of talking to people? Are you afraid of what life is going to bring? Are you afraid of tomorrow? Inside your fears, inside your deepest fears, I don't know what it is. That's where your purpose is. You're supposed to go inside your fear. You're supposed to go inside your pain to find your purpose. You can find your purpose in your insecurities. What are you insecure about in life? You don't like the sound of your voice, or you don't like how you look, or you don't like, or you don't feel worthy. You don't feel you're enough. You don't feel you know enough. You don't feel people respect you. Those kind of things, those insecurities. You don't feel you're worthy of love. You feel like a failure or something, whatever it is. Inside those insecurities, there's a lot of work to be done. Inside all these places, there's a lot of work to be done here. That's your purpose. There's nothing else that we're here to do. They're all related, really. You can just choose one, or you can choose all of them. Inside, what brings you shame? What are you ashamed of? What has made you ashamed in this life? What have you been ashamed of doing? Or what have you done before that's bringing you shame in your life? Inside that shame, you have to tackle it. You have to you have to reverse all these things. It's on the other side of it. That's where your purpose and your wisdom and your abundance is. I'm coming from a spiritual level of analysis. Okay, then your triggers. What triggers you to leave your state of calm? What triggers your anxiety? What makes you get angry? What do people do that make you, not balanced again? Inside those triggers, finding a solution, confronting those triggers is what you're here to do. All these things, confronting them head on, is what is going to make you grow. Is what will make you different from what you were doing before. That's your spiritual growth. Your purpose is also in your It's in your discomfort. What makes you uncomfortable? What are you not comfortable doing? Yep, is there. Is in your self-doubt. Is in your anxiety. And is in your sadness. Yeah, I don't know if there are any more, but I'm not sure. I'm sure there are many other things, that where we can actually find work to do. If we do this work, these works, on ourselves. First of all, you have to start with yourself. If you can do it on yourself, then you will be able to do it in the lives of others because you're going to be able to express it. You're going to be able to teach what you have done for yourself to other people, and it can help them. And that's what I'm doing here now. Of course, I've not done everything, but I'm on the way to doing it, And yeah, this is where I know my purpose was. So I always use myself as an example of whatever I'm teaching or whatever I'm trying to say. So it doesn't sound like one abstract, knowledge that I'm bringing. No, this is from my own life experience. I'm just making this up as I'm going. And I know it's true because it feels true to my guts, to my instincts. I know it is true. My greatest pain in life has been my stuttering. I stuttered for a very long time, so it made me silent. I was never able to use my voice, and now I'm starting to use my voice again. I'm finding purpose in using my voice to talk about my pain and my experiences. All these are related together. Um, it led to so many fears, fear of public speaking, fear of everything, just fear of human beings generally. So it made me an observer. On the other side of this is healing or something, I don't know, healing the pain. Really, on the other side of all this, is the wisdom that you get from the experience. Uh, on the other side of fear is courage, maybe something like that. Courage to be yourself. So we need to be ourselves. Our purpose, basically, is to feel all about life, feel all the emotions. Um, there's nothing wrong with what you have been through. There's nothing wrong with all these things, really. It's just part of being human. This is where the ego comes in because we are thinking more within ourselves and we worry. Oh yes, I forgot to worry. Oh, what is the big one? I'll clean this off and put worry so we don't have to. What are you worrying about? What are you worrying about? I think we can treat this, the other side of pain, in a different whatever. So we can just keep this board clear. So, what are you worrying about? It's your worries. Um, we don't know enough, really, to worry. We can't predict the future. So, worrying is one of those things that we can handle in certain ways with certain techniques because we really don't know what it is what the outcome of, what our outcome is going to be. We don't know what tomorrow, what the next hour is going to bring. We have no idea. But worrying is like, traveling into the future, predicting the worst possible outcome for yourself and believing that outcome is real when it is not, because there's no evidence that it's going to happen. And most times it doesn't even happen. But the mind has been conditioned, to keep worrying about tomorrow. How am I going to get this? How am I going to get that? If we even want to worry, if we have anything to worry about, it should be what we're doing right now, today, in the present moment. What are you doing? So yes, this is where your purpose lies. Your life purpose, your spiritual life purpose is inside each and every one of these things. Yes, all these things, all these so-called negative attributes, they form one side of your experiences. So I don't know if I can fit it in. Yeah, it can also come. It comes from your experiences. Your own unique life experiences. You're not on my journey and I'm not on your journey, so I don't know what you have been through. I don't know where you were born. I don't know what parents you were born to. I don't know what society you grew up in. I don't know what schools you went to. I don't know the people you met around. I don't know what your environment and surroundings were like. But those are your unique life experiences. And if you go inside those your unique experiences and you discover all these pain, fear, sadness, all these things that brought you, you can find a positive healing method built from the ground up. It's inductive. So from your experiences, you can find your life purpose. It's not that difficult. It's a gut feeling. You feel it. You know it because you feel it. But the problem is, how do we bring it out into existence? How do we manifest it? Now, remember, everybody's not going to be a teacher. I'm a teacher because I couldn't talk before. So now I can talk. So I have to neutralize all the decades of not talking, with talking. Then, because of my fear of people, now I have to be courageous to neutralize that fear. I was addicted to alcohol and so many things, So now I need to be sober to neutralize all the addictions. And inside there, lies my purpose, because it's a process of reversal. And that process is my purpose. That process is my mission. That process is what you can teach to other people. That process is what you can write, is what you can sing about, is what you can paint, is what you can do anything. Those are different forms of expression, which we're going to discuss later. So yeah, I think we're done for the day. Not for the okay, yeah. We're done for this particular lesson. And I hope I'm not blocking the view of the thing, but I'll leave it for a few seconds and yeah, leave your comments below on what you think about the video, if there's anything I should add or remove. But also remember that we have had positive experience. We have the positive side too, which we will discuss in the next video. This is for the next video. We will discuss the positive side of doing it, or the positive and physical side. By positive, I mean, things you love, what are you good at doing, the light or the brighter side of life. For in the spiritual world, we come from darkness. We build it from darkness into light. Light comes from darkness. Darkness is the base. Darkness is the foundation upon which your wisdom and everything is built. So these are the foundations of spiritual growth. Nobody goes through, oh my God, I forgot suffering. What have you suffered the most in this life? And all these things are different forms of emotional suffering. So your suffering is where your wisdom is. That's why it's not a job for the faint-hearted. So next video we're going to discuss the psychological aspects, the physical, psychological, more positive spin on it, coming from the light, you know. But coming from the darkness, this is what I'm talking about here. And coming from the darkness is really the roots, you know, of my physical experience at least. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't. Thank you.